What's up, WWE Sphere family? If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because you do not want to miss any of the explosive content we're bringing your way. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking moments in recent WWE history, a betrayal so devastating, so unexpected, that it has the entire WWE universe still reeling. Jey Uso, the man we've watched evolve from enforcer to main event star, has done the unthinkable. He's betrayed his own brother for a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Let me take you back to the moment that left jaws on the floor across arenas and living rooms worldwide. The tension had been building for weeks, subtle cracks appearing in what many thought was an unbreakable bond. Jey Uso and his brother had been navigating the treacherous waters of WWE's main event scene, both hungry for championship gold, both proving they belonged at the top of the card. Then it happened. In a moment that will be replayed in highlight reels for years to come, Jey Uso made a decision that prioritized his own ambitions over family loyalty. Whether it was a superkick heard around the world, a calculated attack from behind, or a strategic alliance that left his brother isolated and vulnerable, Jey crossed a line that many thought he never would. The main event Jey Uso we've come to know transformed before our eyes from beloved family man to ruthless opportunist. To truly understand the magnitude of this betrayal, we need to examine Jey's journey. For years, Jey Uso was defined by his loyalty, first to the bloodline under Roman Reigns' authoritarian rule, then to his family heritage, and always to his brother. The Usos weren't just tag team partners, they were a unit forged through shared trauma, victory, and the unique pressure of carrying on the legendary Anoa'i family legacy. Jey's character evolution has been one of WWE's most compelling storylines in recent memory. We watched him struggle under Roman's thumb, finding his voice and eventually breaking free to become main event Jey Uso, a singles competitor who proved he could hang with anyone on the roster. He earned the respect of the WWE universe through his incredible performances, his infectious energy, and his unwavering authenticity. But perhaps the pressure of always being part of a pair, of sharing every accolade, of never quite being seen as the guy rather than one of the guys, finally reached a breaking point. The opportunity to compete for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, one of the most prestigious prizes in all of professional wrestling, represented something Jey had never truly possessed alone: singular glory. Championship opportunities don't grow on trees in WWE. The World Heavyweight Championship represents the pinnacle of sports entertainment, a title held by legends and carried by those who define eras. For Jey Uso to even be in position to compete for such a prize represents years of grinding, proving doubters wrong, and evolving beyond what many thought were his limitations. Reports suggest that WWE officials presented Jey with an ultimatum or an opportunity that forced his hand. Perhaps a number one contenders match was announced where only one USO brother could participate. Maybe backstage politics created a situation where Jey had to choose between supporting his brother's championship aspirations or pursuing his own. Or possibly, Jey simply looked at the landscape and realized that as long as he was seen as part of a duo, he'd never be taken seriously as a world championship contender. Whatever the specific circumstances, Jey made a calculation: family loyalty had taken him far, but ruthless ambition might take him to the top of the mountain. It's a tale as old as wrestling itself, the moment when a competitor realizes that nice guys don't always finish first, that sometimes you have to be willing to do the unthinkable to achieve your dreams. The immediate aftermath of Jey's betrayal has been explosive. Social media erupted with reactions ranging from shock to anger to grudging respect for Jey's willingness to do whatever it takes. The WWE universe, which had embraced Jey's underdog story and authentic personality, now finds itself conflicted. Can we still root for someone who betrayed family for personal gain? Does the pursuit of championship glory justify breaking sacred bonds? Within the WWE locker room, the betrayal has sent shockwaves through the roster. Other superstars are watching closely, recognizing that if Jey Uso, Mr. Family First himself, can turn on his brother, then nobody is safe. Tag team partners might be eyeing each other with suspicion. Stable mates might be wondering if their alliance has an expiration date. Jey's actions have introduced chaos and unpredictability into an already volatile environment. And then there's his brother. The victim of this betrayal must be experiencing a hurricane of emotions. rage, heartbreak, confusion, and likely a burning desire for revenge. How do you process being stabbed in the back by the person you've trusted most throughout your entire career? How do you move forward knowing that shared blood wasn't enough to prevent this ultimate act of self-interest? Now that Jay has burned arguably his most important bridge, the question becomes, will it be worth it? Jay presumably has his championship opportunity, but the path to actually winning the World Heavyweight Championship is littered with obstacles. He'll face elite competition from established main eventers who won't take kindly to his ruthless tactics. He'll wrestle with the psychological weight of his decision, which could prove to be a mental burden that manifests at the worst possible moment. However, there's also an argument that this betrayal has freed Jay in ways we haven't seen before. Untethered from family expectations and the limitations of tag team dynamics, Jay might be more dangerous than ever. Villains often find success in WWE precisely because they're willing to do whatever it takes to cross lines that heroes won't approach. Jay's new ruthless edge could be exactly what he needs to finally capture singles gold. The championship match itself promises to be must-see television. Whether the current World Heavyweight Champion is a technical wizard, a powerhouse, or a veteran ring general, they'll face a Jey Uso unlike any version we've seen before, motivated, dangerous, and unburdened by the moral constraints that previously defined his character. Looking beyond the immediate championship chase, Jay's betrayal raises fascinating questions about legacy. The Uso'S family tree includes some of the most respected names in wrestling history, built on principles of loyalty, respect, and family unity. By betraying his brother, Jay has potentially stained that legacy or perhaps redefined what it means to be an Uso in the modern era. Wrestling history is full of brothers who've feuded, of partners who've split, of families torn apart by ambition. Some of these feuds produced career-defining matches and eventual reconciliation that made the relationship stronger than before. Others resulted in permanent fractures that could never be repaired. Which path will Jay and his brother ultimately travel? There's also the question of redemption. If Jay wins the World Heavyweight Championship, does that justify his betrayal? Does championship gold make everything acceptable in hindsight? Or will Jay find that winning the title comes with an emptiness he didn't anticipate, the hollow victory of achieving your dreams at the cost of your soul? Conversely, if Jay fails to capture the championship, will his betrayal have been for nothing? Will he be left with neither family nor gold, isolated and regretting the decision that changed everything? Here at WWE Sphere, we'll be following every twist and turn of this incredible story. We'll bring you analysis of every promo, every match development, and every backstage segment that sheds light on where this angle is headed. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on because this story is just getting started. We want to hear from you in the comments. Was Jay justified in his betrayal? Can you still root for him, or has he crossed an unforgivable line? What do you think happens when these brothers inevitably collide in the ring? Drop your thoughts below and let's discuss. The Jey Uso betrayal reminds us why we love professional wrestling. It's not just about the moves and the championships, it's about the human drama, the moral complexity, and the emotional investment we make in these larger-than-life characters. Jay has transformed from hero to villain, from loyalist to opportunist, and the WWE Universe will never look at him quite the same way again. One thing is certain. Whether Jey Uso becomes World Heavyweight Champion or crashes and burns in spectacular fashion, this betrayal will define his career for years to come. We're witnessing wrestling storytelling at its finest, and WWE Sphere will be here to cover every explosive moment. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and remember, in the world of WWE, family loyalty and championship dreams often make for the most volatile combination. The main event, Jey Uso has made his choice. Now we all get to watch the consequences unfold.